Good morning, first grade friends. Mrs. Bryan here. We've made it a whole other week. Today is Friday, March 27th. My allergies are starting to bother me, so I need to watch about that. So today, let's start out with the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And our at-home pledge. At home, I will be respectful, responsible, and safe. We've been talking about the characters all week, and we're going to wrap up this week with talking about how we can help our characters out in our writing too. But first of all, let's start with reading. I don't have a dog at home now. I told you about my dog that I had when I was a child, but I don't have any dogs here now. But I know many of you do. How can you tell when your dog is happy? Well, a lot of times their ears perk up and their tail starts to wag really fast. And sometimes if he hears a suspicious noise at the door, he might bark really loud or he might growl. You know he's feeling angry. Your dog might even look at you with some gloomy eyes and whimper, and I bet you can guess how he feels. He's probably sad or scared. You see, dogs' feelings are always changing, and it's not always so easy to keep track. Then, I need to watch for the signs that tell me how he feels. Then I have to take actions and do something about it. Readers have to do the same thing. They have to watch for signs to keep track of how the character is feeling. And then they take actions, changing their voice to show the feeling. Today I want to teach you that readers expect a character's feelings to change across the story, and that when the feelings change, readers take actions. They change their reading voices to show each new feeling. So, today, I have the story, Henry and Mudge and the Happy Cat. And today I want you to watch how, as I read, I'm going to really look for the signs. I can use the pictures to study a character's face, their body. I can also use the words to pay attention to what the character says and does. And then I can understand how the character's feeling and notice when that feeling changes. Sometimes the character's feelings can change in an instant, and sometimes they don't change for a good while. So I'll need to be on the lookout the whole time that I'm reading. Henry and Mudge is a Simon & Schuster published book, and I'm permitted to read it to you today. Henry and Mudge is written by Cynthia Rylant and illustrated by Susie Stevenson. It's a chapter book. It has 3 short chapters. The first chapter is called What Is It? Second chapter, A Good Mother. And the last chapter, A Surprise. Chapter 1, What Is It? Pull this just a little closer. One night, Henry and Henry's father and Henry's big dog Mudge were watching TV. Suddenly, Mudge ran to the door and barked. Henry's father opened the door. Sitting on the steps was the shabbiest cat Henry had ever seen. It had a saggy belly, skinny legs, and fur that looked like mashed prunes. Henry and Henry's father and Henry's big dog Mudge stood in the door and looked at the shabby cat. "Hey, kitty," said Henry. "Are you sure it's a kitty?" said Henry's father. "It might be a stray," Henry said, petting it. "It has to be," said Henry's father. "That is the shabbiest cat I have ever seen." He carried the cat into the house while Henry and Mudge followed. Mudge's tail was wagging hard. "This cat looks like mashed prunes," said Henry. But it's nice. Nice for a disaster, said Henry's father. The three of them watched as the cat drank 3 bowls of milk in a row. Can it stay? Henry asked. Only until we can find a home for it, said his father. He looked hard at the cat. Do you think it knows it's that shabby? Henry's father asked. Mudge was licking some milk from the visitor's chin. Mudge doesn't know, Henry said. Mudge likes it. Yes, said Henry's father, but Mudge also likes turkey gizzards. Chapter 2, A Good Mother. In 1 week, the shabby cat turned into a happy cat. It loved 3 things about Henry's house. It loved the towel closet. Take a look up here on the shelf. It loved the bathtub. And it loved Mudge. In 1 week, the shabby cat had become Mudge's mother. It washed Mudge all the time. It washed Mudge's ears. It washed Mudge's eyes. It even washed Mudge's dirty feet. Yuck, said Henry. The cat also made Mudge use good manners. Mudge had to wait his turn at the water dish. Mudge even had to share his crackers. But Mudge didn't mind because Mudge loved the cat too. Henry's mother and Henry's father wondered what they would do with the cat. They liked it, but taking care of Mudge was like taking care of 5 dogs. They didn't want any more pets. Henry's mother decided to make posters to find a home for the cat. Henry helped her. Don't put the cat's picture on them, said Henry's father, or we'll have that cat forever. Henry and Mudge walked around town with the posters. They put one in the grocery store, and one in the drugstore, and one in the record store. They put a lot of them on trees, and Mudge ate one by mistake. The posters didn't say anything about mashed prunes. When Henry and Mudge came home, Henry's father and Henry's mother were sitting on the couch with the cat. Henry's mother said, "Cats are nice." Henry's father said, "Even shabby ones." Mudge climbed onto the couch to be with his new mother. Henry climbed on next. The happy cat purred and purred. Chapter 3, A Surprise. A lot of people saw the posters and came to look at the cat. Some of them were very rude. They made fun of the cat. Mudge watched them and his fur stood up. A lot of people came to see the cat because they had lost their own, but they always said, "Ours is white," or "Ours is gray." No one ever said, "Ours looks like mashed prunes." No one seemed to want the cat. Then one day, there was a surprise. A police car parked in front of Henry's house, and a policeman rang Henry's bell. Henry and Henry's father and Henry's big dog Mudge went to the door. "Can I help you?" Henry's father asked the policeman. Henry's father was wondering if Mudge had eaten somebody's purse. But the policeman had seen one of the posters. He was looking for his cat. He said it was different from other cats. He said it was unique. He said it looked something like mashed prunes. Henry ran to get the cat. When he came back with it, the policeman cried, "Dave!" Henry and Henry's father looked at each other. "Dave?" said Henry's father. Dave jumped out of Henry's arms and into the policeman's arms. The policeman kissed Dave on the nose. "I'm so happy to have him back," the policeman said. Henry looked at Mudge, who was looking at Dave. "Your cat likes our dog," Henry told the policeman. The policeman looked at Mudge. "I can see that," he said. "Your dog has very clean ears." Suddenly, Henry got a lump in his throat. He didn't want Mudge to lose his mother, even if Mudge's mother was named Dave. The policeman said goodbye, and he took his happy cat home. When Dave the cat was gone, Henry and Mudge felt very sad. The towel closet was shut. The bathtub was empty. The dog toys were still. Henry had to cry a little and take a nap. Mudge had to eat a lot of crackers and take a nap. Henry's father and Henry's mother had to give them both some extra hugs. The next day, a big box was on their porch. The note on it said, "To Mudge from Dave." And inside the box there were 30 giant dog bones. And under those was a gold police badge. Mudge kept the dog bones for himself, but he shared the police badge with Henry. Dave the cat had taught him very good manners. Did you see how in that story there were lots of feelings? They were very surprised to find the shabby cat. They were happy when it kind of made its home with them. They were very sad when the policeman came and got Dave and took him away. So our characters really change feelings a lot in the stories, and we need to be able to recognize that. Today, we're going to finish with what did we learn in reading this week that will help us to become better fiction writers. We learned about our characters and their interests, their feelings. Our characters came to life right in front of our eyes. Do your characters in your writing come to life? Can you make your characters talk and show their feelings while they're solving their problems? Can you take one of the stories that you've already written and maybe even rewrite that story, adding in some speech and some feelings? I want to remind you that you can also use quotation marks around the words that your character says. I'll show you in this story. Here's a page. I want you to look really close. It says, "What if when Henry and Mudge came home, Henry's father and Henry's mother were sitting on the couch with the cat." And then here, I picked a page without any dialogue on it. Let me go to another page. Here we go. This says, "Or our cat is gray." Do you see the quotation marks around that, what they said? And this one says, "No one ever said ours looks like mashed prunes." See the quotation marks? We've had quotation marks before. We've kind of gone like this, and we have to have those quotation marks around a person's exact words. But we also have to identify who's speaking. We had some great stories shared on videos this week. So I want you to think about how you can go back and make those characters come to life right in front of our eyes. Hey friends, it's been a great week with you. Guess what? No work over spring break next week. I want everybody to enjoy time with their friends, or with their family mostly. Maybe you can get together with some close friends. But remember, we all need to stay safe and be careful that we're not exposing ourselves to other people or exposing ourselves to people that we don't know. So please make sure that you're out playing some games. We did a puzzle at my house this week. We also have some board games that we're playing. So hopefully you get to have just some down and have fun time with your family over spring break. I think we will probably be out of school a couple more weeks even after spring break, but I still have lessons for you. I'm excited to see what you have for me this week. Have a great day, friends. Oh, I almost forgot our riddle, didn't I? I have a riddle today. Let's see. How do you make a milkshake? Give it a good scare. That's a funny one. Have a great week, friends. See you not next week, but the week after spring break for some new lessons. Bye.